Hey guys, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Am I muted? Because StreamYard told me I was muted, so I don't know. Can you hear me? I guess you can hear me because nobody's telling me I'm muted. Okay. Hi. My name is Debbie. Welcome to my channel. So StreamYard lied to me then. StreamYard hates me. My name is Debbie. Welcome to my channel. We are on day 2 of the shot 5 times assault trial. This is the afternoon session. I hope everybody had a good lunch. I had a good lunch. I had 5 cheese rigatoni, something like that. I don't know. It was a frozen dinner. A protein frozen dinner. So, I'm trying to be a good girl. We are on 1 hour and 39 minutes of verdict watch for Washington v. Ali and Ali. We are waiting for the court to come back. This poor woman she went to pick up her daughter from her estranged husband's apartment. And I think she was 3 at the time, 3, 4 at the time. He had a roommate. He put the little girl in the room with the roommate, said, "Here, play with her. I'm going to go outside and talk to Erica, who was going to pick up the daughter." Plans had changed. She wasn't supposed to pick up the daughter till the next day. I guess he called her and said, "Come get her now." And then he waited for her downstairs and shot into her car. They said over a dozen times, but they only found 10 casings, which a lot of times they don't find all the casings. I don't know where they're getting over a dozen times, so it didn't sound like that many shots. They only found 10 casings. I don't know. She was only hit 5 times. She was shot 5 times. I'm not sure, because they said 5 times in the abdomen, but then she was also hit in the hand. So I don't know if it was 6 shots hit her or 4 in the abdomen and once in the hand. At any rate, she's left-handed. She's shot in the hand. In the left hand. She had the abdominal shots. She's still in the car because she slowed down and he just opened fire. So she kept driving and she was going to drive herself to the hospital. Little girl, I mistakenly thought she had already picked up the child when this occurred. I was incorrect. Child is still in the apartment. So, no children were injured. She does have another daughter that's older from a previous relationship. She was nowhere near the scene. So, she tries to drive herself to the hospital and gets in a car accident. Totally understandable. She's losing blood because she's been shot in the abdomen where all your organs are and your vital blood vessels that keep everything working. So, she gets in a car accident and then is taken to the hospital. So now she has injuries from the car accident. I think she broke her leg or her ankle or something. So she has a cast on her leg as well as being in surgery. I think they had to do 2 surgeries to stop bleeding, internal bleeding. So now she is staying with her mother, who is taking care of her, and I don't think she's working now. So her and her 2 daughters are staying with her mother. So she lived, but she is going to have problems. She had part of her colon removed. She's going to have That's fine, Flash, because this court is late. So I was just going over the case again, telling everybody about the case. Although everybody that's here was here this morning, so. I hope they are not late because they didn't get their tech issues taken care of. I hope they got their tech stuff straightened up. And Judy mentioned in the chat that I got a little heated. And the reason why I got heated is because that attorney asked some of the dumbest questions. Because her mother took pictures of her injuries in the hospital. And he shamed this poor woman. I felt sorry for her. Trust me when I say, people take pictures of their injuries in the hospital all the time. And I've done it myself. Actually, when my dog bit me, I was taking pictures of my hand and sending them all over the place to my friends, my family. Like, what Spike did to me. I show it to you guys all the time. It's healed up now, but see. Like I said, I have walked into a hospital room, and after introductions, first thing they do is show me the picture of their car that they crashed. I mean, it's not like it's not like it's an anomaly for someone to be taking pictures, especially when they've had a crime perpetrated against them. You want pictures. You want the judge to see, and the police and the prosecutor to see exactly what was done to you. Like, I don't understand. Hey, Ken. I know. I don't know why there's not a verdict yet either. Uh-oh. I got rid of... I had the verdict clock up and I got rid of it. Let me get it back. Well, Flash, it was my own dog. And it was my fault, so... We are almost at the 2-hour mark, 1 hour and 58 minutes. Oh. This dude in Colorado poisoned his wife with her protein shake. Oh, he suffered, trust me. He knew, and the minute he bit, he knew he had done the wrong thing. Trust me, he suffered. He knew. And I was gone for 9 days in the hospital. He knew he messed up. He knew he was in trouble.
Okay, please be seated in the courtroom and state, you may call your next
And then when I got home, he was in a cage for days because I was mad at him. I didn't want nothing to do with him. I wanted to get rid of him. I'm glad now that I didn't because I love the little booger, but I was mad for a long time. Yeah, that's the James Craig case in Colorado. He poisoned his wife through her protein shakes. He had 6 kids. He's so selfish, dude. Jeez. Don't kill them. Don't kill your kid's parent. That is so selfish. I hate that.
Sworn?
She needs to be sworn in, Your Honor.
Cyanide and tetrahydrozoline.
Okay, would you raise your right hand for me, please? You do solemnly swear the evidence in the testimony given in this cause will be the truth, self you got.
He's a dentist.
That's 6 right over here, please.
Cyanide is not used.
Adjust that microphone, make it comfortable for you. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Robbie.
Could you please state your name for the record?
Erica de Torres?
Erica D. Torres. Has your name always been Erica Torres?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the defendant in this case?
Yes, I do.
How do you know the defendant?
He's my ex-husband.
Okay. Can you identify him by an article of clothing, please?
Yeah, he's right there, sitting in the blue shirt, stripe.
All right. Let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant. Okay.
We
Erica,
watched a Colorado case not too
How long have you
ago.
known the defendant, Mr. Billy Delgado?
I've known him since 2010.
Is that when you all first met?
Yes.
Okay. And how old were you?
I was 15,
Okay. And how old was the defendant?
20.
Okay. And when did you all start a relationship?
We started a relationship in December of 2018.
Okay. How old were you at that time?
24?
Okay.
25?
And you said he's your ex-husband. Do you have any children with the defendant?
Yes, we share a daughter.
Okay.
One.
One daughter?
Yes.
Who's that?
Esmeralda Delgado.
Okay. How many children do you have in total?
I have a total of 2 children.
All right. Are you still married to the defendant?
No, I'm not.
Okay. When did you get divorced?
Our divorce was finalized in 2025.
Okay. Why did you get divorced?
I wanted to get prior to the incident divorced already.
Okay. Now, sorry to stop you there. You said prior to the incident. Prior to what incident?
Prior to Billy shooting me, I was already wanting a divorce.
Okay. And why else did you want a divorce?
Well, because Billy shot me.
Okay. Thank you. How would you describe your relationship with Mr. Delgado?
It was an unhealthy relationship.
What do you mean by unhealthy?
We had our arguments, and sometimes they would escalate really bad.
Okay. Were these arguments verbal?
Most of the time, they were verbal.
Would your arguments ever get physical?
Yes.
How would they get physical?
They usually would get physical when I would try to leave the house.
Okay, and what would happen?
My hair would get pulled. I'd get grabbed from my arms or being shoved. That's how it would get physical.
How often would you all fight?
It was a constant. I mean, we would argue like any normal married people.
No, that's
We'd
not
always have
normal.
arguments.
Okay. And would you say these arguments were one-sided or?
No, sometimes it was me complaining about something. Sometimes it was him. They would just end up escalating.
Okay. Why would you all fight so much?
We'd argue a lot because I would complain about his drinking a lot.
Were drugs and alcohol ever involved in your fights?
Yes.
what would happen when drugs and alcohol would come into the picture?
It was just a constant badgering and complaining and name calling.
Okay. And how would these fights escalate?
With time, after the weeks or days, it was just a constant. And at one point, I would decide that I'm gonna leave, and that's when things would always escalate. Every time that I would try to leave.
Why
it
would things
escalate.
escalate when you would try to leave?
Because Billy didn't want me to be leaving the house.
Why didn't he want you to be leaving the house?
He thought that the best way to fix things is by me staying there and talking why we're arguing or why we're fighting or how can we fix this.
And were you all just talking?
No, he was just complaining and nagging and always telling me things.
What kind of things would he tell you?
I was a whore, I was a slut, I cheated on him, I've lied to him, I am a horrible person, I was called every name in the book there.
Okay. And how often would you say these types of arguments that would get physical happen?
It was just sporadically.
Okay, and did you and Mr. Delgado always live in Laredo?
No.
Where else did y'all live?
We've lived in Arlington, Texas, Mansfield, Texas, and San Antonio and Laredo.
Okay. When you all got married, where did y'all start living?
We were living in San Antonio.
San Antonio? And were you all still arguing at that time while you were living in San Antonio?
Yes.
During what time period were you living in San Antonio?
A little bit towards or midway of COVID, and then till 2022. It was a crazy time.
Why would you say that it was crazy?
I was working, he wasn't working, he was taking care of the kids, or because it was COVID and there was nothing to do, his drinking got even worse during the COVID time.
How did it get worse?
It was a constant thing. It was a constant. The minute he would wake up till the next day or till he went to bed.
And was it just drinking?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, permission to approach, Your Honor, the witness?
Yes.
I'm going to show you what's been previously marked as State's Exhibit 48.
Yes.
Do you recognize it?
Yes, I do.
How do you recognize it?
My initials are on it.
And you've observed the video on this USB?
Yes, I have.
Is it a true and accurate depiction of what it portrays to be?
Yes, it is.
Has it been altered in any shape or form?
No, it has not.
All right, thank you. I'll tender to defense for any objection, State's Exhibit 48.
It's the video. It's the video. The one car.
Any objection? Your Honor, at this time we move to enter State's Exhibit 48.
Submitted?
And Your Honor, at this time, permission to publish State's Exhibit 48.
Yes.
Thank you. We could just have a minute, Your Honor. Erica, I want to ask you real quick. Before I published State's Exhibit 48, when did it start getting physical, your relationship?
Around 2020.
Around 2020?
Mm-hmm.
And you stayed with Mr. Delgado until when?
2023.
2023?
Mm-hmm.
And when it would get physical, why wouldn't you ever call the police?
Because I knew I was not going to leave him yet. He's the father of my child. We were married. I loved him. Like, I always tried to see the good and what was going to be able to happen with us.
Now, all right. Can you please explain to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury, what are we looking at in this video?
We're looking at a video that Billy took on our way to San Antonio.
Okay, who's in the car?
Billy, myself, and my 2 daughters.
Okay, and what's happening in this video?
We were on our way to San Antonio. Billy decided to turn back because we were late. I had to be in court, and we were late.
All right, and you sound pretty excited. Why are you so upset in the video?
I was upset because since I had to be in San Antonio, if I was not there, I would have gotten arrested, and he knew that.
Why did you need to go to San Antonio?
I needed to appear due to my probation.
Okay. And why were you on probation?
I had already, it's called a judification.
Deferred adjudication?
Yes.
Okay.
With a prior incident with Billy, for putting my hands on him.
Okay. Now, prior to this happening, what started this argument?
This argument started since the morning because we were late. We were late and...
You were late to where?
To court.
Okay, and where were you?
Where were we?
Yes.
On our way to San Antonio.
From where?
From Laredo.
Okay.
And he kept saying that we were going to be late, that he was going to turn around, that he didn't see the point of like him having to take me all the way over there, that we were going to be late either way.
Okay. And why were you going with Mr. Delgado that day?
Because he insisted. He called into work, said that he couldn't go to work, that because he had to take me to San Antonio, that he had to take, well, exactly I don't know what he told work, but he said that he couldn't work. And he insisted. My mom was originally supposed to take me to San Antonio, and he insisted that he would take me. And my parents, my dad gave him money as well for gas to make sure that he took me because he was insisting to be the one to take me.
Okay.
Stop hitting me, please. Take me to San Antonio. I'm not. I will you when you take me to San Antonio. Oh, baby, you put yourself in the situation. Me. Daddy said he needed jail. I'm not taking me to San Antonio. Very hard. I'm not going to do this.
All right.
And he's recording
Whose
this
voice
from
is,
his
who,
lap while
what
he's
child's
driving.
voice are we hearing in this video?
That's Emmy.
Is that the child that you share with Mr. Delgado?
Yes, I do.
And why is she crying?
She's upset because Billy and I are arguing back and forth. And she sees her dad.
Okay. What is that the only child that's in the
What
vehicle at this time?
No, my oldest daughter is as well.
Okay.
Billy, I'm asking you to help me turn around. No, baby, you're like, no. Let go of her. Let go. I'm not. Call your mom. Take a shot.
Why did you ask Billy to pull over?
Because I wanted to get out of the car. I need to get to San Antonio one way or another. And if he was going to drive all the way back home, for sure I was going to even be more late.
Okay. Could you have just opened the door and gotten off?
No, we were on the highway.
Okay.
Myself in the car. I need to be okay. No. Mom, Billy's not taking me to San Antonio. He's here crying like a baby back bitch because we're late. Mom, I need to get to San Antonio. I already called my fucking probation officer and he doesn't want to.
So, real quick, I paused it. Who are you talking to on the phone?
My mom.
And what are you telling her?
I'm telling her that I need to get to San Antonio and that Billy doesn't want to take me.
Okay. Now.
Mom, Billy's not taking me to San Antonio. He's here crying like a baby back bitch because we're late. Mom, I need to get to San Antonio. I already called my fucking probation officer.
Sorry, could you just look at the video real quick? I'm gonna. Right there. What is Billy doing there?
Looking down at the phone.
Why do you think he's looking down at the phone?
Because he knew I was already going to leave. He knew I was already getting ready to leave him.
We were on our way and now we turned around. Mom, I really need to get to San Antonio.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm done like that.
You said he's done? Because I kept telling him I'm in this fucking mess because of you in the first place. He literally is turning back to Central Laredo, Mom.
Stop hitting me! The girls are in the car! We're gonna crash!
Park right here. Park.
You told Mr. Delgado there that you were in this mess because of him in the first place. Why is that?
Billy used to complain a lot that our money was going to my probation. And I would always tell him, like, well, these are the consequences. At this time, he didn't want me working. And as well, because of the charges that I had, it was really difficult for me to get a job.
Why didn't he want you working?
Billy would say that I would sleep with everybody in the office. He didn't like it. He didn't like the fact that I would be working with other male individuals.
How did you know that he didn't like that you were working with other male individuals?
Because the times that we would get into arguments, that's what he would bring up. I was never able to keep a job for more than 2 to 3 months because he would either constantly be calling, he would even call to the offices, or he would just show up randomly
Randomly to where?
to my job
And what would he do?
just to see what I was doing.
And how did that affect your employment?
Well, the constant calling, because sometimes I wouldn't answer, like it would cause problems by the time I would get home, and it was constant problems. And sometimes I wouldn't be able to go to work the next day. And unfortunately, I wasn't even able to complete 90 days. So they would end up either firing me, or I would end up having just to quit because I couldn't be going to work.
We're gonna crash!
Here. My mom is coming.
Oh God, get into the little
Park
car!
right here.
Get into the phone with her!
Look.
Let me talk to her!
Look.
Let me talk to
He's
her!
right there.
What can I do to you?
Mom, I really need you to take the test. So you won't let me please.
I'm not gonna do it.
Pull over right here. Please, please.
I'm gonna drop you off where your mom's work is at. You won't even make it.
You're telling your mom that you spoke to your lawyer?
Yes, I had spoken to my public defender, and he did tell me that I had to be there, and if I was not there, they were going to issue a warrant out for my arrest, and I'd be in jail until I go see, my probation would be removed, and I'd be waiting till I see the judge.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say nothing about what happened, but tell your mom whatever you want. I will. Erica, you can't fight me in the street! Erica, we're gonna crash! We're gonna
All right. There you said that you'd rather die than, and I'm going to quote you, that you'd rather die than go to fucking jail. Why did you say that?
I don't want to go to jail. I didn't want to have to know that I was going to leave my girls for I don't know how long. I don't know how long the system takes over there.
Did you really mean that you'd rather die?
No, I didn't. It was just a figure of speech at the time. I was upset. I was riled up because I needed to get to San Antonio.
And why couldn't you get off the vehicle?
Because it was moving and he wouldn't let me out.
Okay.
Everybody.
You're a fucking piece of shit.
I'm not.
You're the biggest piece of
Okay,
shit.
okay.
Who sent you by the fucking jail? Why you're all fucking look at that
Are you putting your hands on Billy here?
No,
What are you doing?
looking out the window.
But at any point in time, did you hit him during the course of this video?
I did.
How did you hit him? And why did you feel the urge to hit him?
I was very frustrated because my mom was supposed to take me. She was supposed to take me and he insisted on taking me. He insisted and insisted and insisted, and my dad gave him money and everything to make sure that I got there. And then for him to just, oh, we're gonna be late. You're already gonna be late. Like, we're not going, I'm going back. Like, it was so frustrating because my mom told me not to, like, I'll take you. Like, she's always told me, don't, like, I'll take you and you can, like, let him go to work. And no, I didn't listen. I was like, no, let him take me, he'll take me. And I should have listened to my mom.
Send the $40.
I am.
Send the $40
Hey.
now.
Get it.
There at the end, you're asking him to send you $40. What were those $40?
My dad had given him $40 to put in gas.
Okay. So you mentioned you were on your way to San Antonio, and let me ask you, what was the outcome of your probation?
They just extended it. They just added on to the probation. I was able to make it. I was late 30 minutes.
Okay, well, hold on, before we get there, then let me ask you, did you ever get off this car?
Yes, I did. I got off at mile marker 13. I was still actually on the highway. There was 2 trailers in between us, so I was able to get myself and my 2 daughters out of the vehicle. And we walked to the TA, which is a truck stop. And I waited for my mom there at the truck stop with my 2 daughters.
Did you get off on the highway or the access road?
Were you the exit?
Okay.
On the exit, there was 2 trailers. We were still on the exit when I got off.
And you walked?
Hmm?
Okay. Who ended up picking you up?
My mom.
Who did your mom pick up that day?
My mom picked up myself and my 2 daughters at the truck stop.
And were you all able to make it to San Antonio?
Yes, we did make it to San Antonio. I was about 30 minutes late, and the judge was nice enough to wait for me.
Okay. And did your probation end?
Yes, it did. It ended due to the fact that I was in the hospital, and I was unable to comply with my probation due to the hospitalization.
And why were you in the hospital?
I was in the hospital because Billy shot me.
Now, was there ever anything that alarmed you leading up to the date of June 1st, 2024?
No.
Uh,
Well, I didn't think he was going to hurt me physically. I thought he would just, call my probation, something to have to do with my probation to extend it even longer. But I never thought that he would shoot me.
Was there ever a time or event where you felt threatened by Mr. Delgado?
I have. Usually always when he would tell me, like, I'm going to call your probation officer and I'm going to tell them this and I have the upper hand. Nobody's gonna believe you. You're the abuser. You already have charges. So, yes, I did.
Was there ever, because Kayla testified previously that she had heard over the phone of Mr. Delgado threatening you one time.
On May 19, on the day of my birthday, I met him at a gas station to exchange our daughter. And he walked up to my vehicle, put my daughter in the car seat, tied her up. He made a comment regarding my vehicle. He then proceeded to walk to the vehicle he was in, pulled up to my vehicle, and let me know that for me to enjoy my last birthday and to enjoy my smiles and laugh, because it was going to be my last.
What did you think about that comment at that time?
I thought he was going to do something to try to extend my probation. Like I said, he would always threaten me with the probation. So that's what I thought. And I had voiced it to my mother, my cousins. My cousin Kayla was on the line and she heard. She asked me if he threatened me, and I did confirm. I was like, yes, he did threaten me. And she was like, okay, well, she asked me how I felt about it, and I explained to her. But again, I had voiced it to my mother, and I had voiced it to his mom as well, because she had called me about 2 hours after I had swapped with Billy.
All right. Let's talk about the date in question, June 1st, 2024. Where were you that morning?
In the morning,
Yes.
I had gone to go have brunch with my cousin Kayla and 2 other friends, and this was maybe around 10:30.
Okay. And what happened while you were there at brunch?
I got a call from Emmy from Billy's phone, and she let me know she was with her dad, asked me what I was doing. I told her I was having brunch, and I hear Billy tell Emmy, tell your mom you'll call her later. And she tells me, Mom, I'll call you later. I told her okay, she hung up.
Okay. What did you do after that?
I proceeded to go to the mall. Then from there I went home, I got dressed. A friend of mine called me. I went over to their house. While I was there at their house, I received a call from Billy. He sounded very apurado, like rushed, like urgency. And all he told me was, I can't do this anymore. You need to come get Emmy now. Don't ask any questions. And he hangs up. And I am like calling him back because I'm fearing for my daughter. Like I said, he sounded irrational. He sounded very like unaware, like something was happening. So I was worried for my daughter. I kept calling him back, and if I'm not mistaken, I sent him a message asking him like what's going on. Never answered, never replied back. I think I ended up messaging to him to answer my phone call. And I cannot recollect if he did call me back or not. But I had gotten on the line with my cousin Kayla because I told her, can you stay on the line with me so he doesn't fight with me? He will not argue with me if you're on the line. And she said yes.
Why did you think that having Kayla there would stop Billy from fighting you?
Billy doesn't act, he likes to portray like he's this good person. Or not a good person, but like a good personality. Like he has character. So he's not gonna wanna act the way he acts with me in front of Kayla, because then she can say like, well, he does act like that.
Okay. So was Kayla able to go with you?
No, she was not able to, so I asked her to stay on the line with me.
Okay. So while she's on the line with you, what did you do after that?
I was approaching Billy's house, well, his apartment complex, and as I'm approaching, I see Billy walking what was down towards my vehicle.
Okay, let me stop you there. So when you're approaching his apartment, how does Billy look?
I cannot say how he looked while he was walking because everything happened so fast. I heard 3 bangs on my windshield as I was going, and the only thing I remember seeing is literally his hand as I turned to the side as I was passing him, and just hearing gunshot after gunshot after gunshot.
So, and if I could have the witness stand, Your Honor, to demonstrate to the jury, how do you remember seeing Billy? If you could stand up and show the jury.
Just straight out with his hand, like as if nothing, like just shooting completely. No care in the world, no facial expression. It was like, I'm gonna shoot her. And then I tried to drive away.
You can take a seat. Thank you. Now, how did you come to realize that he was shooting at you?
I
Shooting at me.
came
What
to a
the fuck is
realization that
that?
that I got shot because I felt like I couldn't breathe. I kept trying to gasp for air, and as I was gasping for air, I felt like something was tying around my waist so tight. And I just, if I'm not mistaken, I had dropped my phone, and I was able to pick up my phone again. And I confirmed to I told my cousin, like I looked down to see my abdomen, and I just see red on my dress. And I'm holding my abdomen as tight as I can, and I confirmed to her that Billy did shoot me, and I told her I'm going to the hospital, and I drive away.
Now, real quick, before you drove away, what sensation or how did your body feel at that time?
My body was in so much pain. I didn't even know where pain was radiating from, but I couldn't feel, I could just feel, again, like a rope being tied around my waist and me unable to breathe. And I know for a fact that at one point I did lose consciousness. But I was in excruciating pain. Excruciating.
Now, at that point in time before you drove off, did you know how many times you had gotten shot by the defendant?
No.
Do you know? How were you dressed that day?
I was wearing a green dress, some sandals, my hair done, makeup.
After you got shot, did you look at yourself?
Yes, I stopped the vehicle to look at my body. But not to look at my body to see where I got shot, but like to see where pain was coming from, and it was coming from my abdomen. That is where I felt like, that's where I was assuming that's where all the pain was coming from, because I was radiating pain from my back to my arms, my hands. I kept passing out. I just did not want to die.
What injuries did you observe on yourself at that point in time?
Just the one on my abdomen.
So, after you were shot, what did you do?
I stopped, saw, and I remember taking off to get to LMC hospital
Why did you want to get to LMC hospital?
because Billy had shot me, and I knew I needed to get to the hospital.
Were you afraid of dying?
Yes, I was terrified to die and leave
said
girls. That is the one thing that I could not stop. And granted, I was on my way to go pick up Emmy, and the last thing that I heard from Emmy was, "You need to come and pick her up." And I was unable to do that. So I had just wondering what was going on with my daughter.
Where did you drive yourself that day? Did you drive yourself to LMC?
No, I crashed. I wasn't even aware that I had crashed when I woke up in the hospital.
Permission to approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes.
If you could mark on this map, this is already states demonstrative. Where were you at the time when you picked up Emmy?
This is Smith Street.
Or when you were going to Billy's house to pick up Emmy? This is Smith Street and this is Reynolds.
Smith. And then Clark's over here.
Okay, so that's where you were right there?
Yes.
Okay. And you said you...
I drove down.
Mhm.
I had stopped about right here and I drove down the rest. And as exiting Smith Street, I don't remember turning or going anywhere through here.
So you have no recollection of that?
I have no recollection of it leaving Smith Street.
Okay. What's the last thing you remember after driving away that day?
When I drove away, I was in and out of consciousness, and I remember seeing somebody next to me, but I don't know if it was a woman, I don't know if it was a man, and I do recollect I heard my cousin's voice. I don't remember seeing her.
Okay. Who else do you remember speaking with that day?
After the crash?
Yeah, I guess after the crash.
Or like once I crashed, it would be...
Do you remember speaking to anyone after you had crashed?
No, like I said, I don't know. I know somebody opened my door. I don't remember if I said anything, but I do remember that whoever did open my door, I did tell them my mom's name, my mom's info. I let them know that Billy Delgado, my husband at the time, shot me, and he lived on Smith Street. And then I told them I didn't want them to take my daughters, that for him not to take my daughters, like, that was my main concern, my daughter.
After the crash, what's the next thing you remember?
I woke up in the hospital.
Okay. When would you say you woke up in the hospital? When did you regain consciousness?
That I was aware of my surroundings and everybody around me and able to recollect the night before would probably be the last couple of weeks of July. The last week of July.
The last week of July?
Yeah.
And this incident happened when?
On June 1st?
So from June 1st to the last week of July, you had no recollection?
No. I didn't know what was happening.
Did you know how many surgeries you had undergone at that point in time?
None.
Did you know where you were?
I knew I was in a hospital, I just didn't know where I was at.
What hospital were you at?
I was at University Hospital in San Antonio, Texas.
And when you regained consciousness, how did you feel at that point in time?
Pain. Pain. I felt so much pain that I wanted to die. I did ask to stop. I did not want to live anymore at one point. The pain was absolutely horrible. It was excruciating, and as much meds as they would give me, nothing would work. I wanted to die at one point. I thought it was better.
Do you remember what you were thinking or what you thought at the moment you woke up?
I wanted to know what happened to me. I wanted to know what happened to my girls. I wanted to know where they were at. I wanted to know who they were with. My main concern was my girls when I woke up. And then after that, I started to ask, what happened to Billy? Where is Billy? Is he in jail? Am I safe? Am I not safe? After that, my family really did not want to tell me the extent to everything because I was unable to see because I was trached. I was unable to look down and look at my abdomen. I wasn't allowed to move. They didn't want to tell me. They didn't know how I was going to react to all the injuries that I had or to see what was going on with my abdomen. But They had to tell me, and it was horrible.
How did you feel when you heard about all your injuries?
I was in shock, and to my disbelief, I cannot believe that I lived. And the only thing I could also think about was the quality of life that I was going to have after the hospital, because there was no way to know what was going to happen.
And how long did you stay in the hospital for?
I was there for 363 days.
Whoa.
2 days shy from 1 year.
Did you incur any medical expenses because of this?
Yes, I have medical expenses, I have traveling expenses, my daughter's expenses, my own medical expenses.
What type of issues, if any, came about after the car crash? Did you have any insurance issues?
Yes,
Like what?
my health insurance isn't the best. So some things I do have to pay out of pocket. I have a medical bill that's crazy.
Yeah. Never done that.
Permission to approach the witness, Your Honor?
Sir,
I'm going to show you what's been previously marked as State's Exhibit 49, 50, and 51. Do you recognize these photos?
Yes.
How do you recognize them?
These were taken this past weekend, and they're my abdomen, the deformity of my abdomen, actually. After all the surgeries, yeah.
Okay. And are they a true and accurate depiction of what they portray to be?
Yes, they are. And actually, that's still a stitch that sticks out.
Okay, thank you. I'll now tender to defense for any objection. State's Exhibit 49 to 51.
You approach, Your Honor?
yes.
What, you got a problem with showing the pictures of her injuries that he inflicted on her? They need to see what he did. And I've also been to that pain threshold where you'd rather be dead than be in any more pain. I've been there too. I'm still paying off medical bills from way back then too. And the thing about hospitals is they don't hound you like debt collectors do. Every time I sign into my account at the hospital, I go, oh crap,
Permission to publish,
I
Your Honor,
forgot
on the
about
envelope?
that one.
Yes,
Thank you. All right, Eric, I'm gonna show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 51. What are we looking at here in State's Exhibit 51?
That is my abdomen.
Okay, and where is this photo taken from?
It was taken on Sunday.
Okay, so you would agree that this is your current state?
Yes, it is my current state, and on the very top, there's a small little loop. That loop right there, that is still an opening that I have. I do still have leakage from the inside out, and that little clear fishing line that it looks, it's an actual stitch.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been previously marked as State's Exhibit 50. What are we looking at here?
That is my right side of my abdomen. I got a skin infection there and had skin grafting done as well. The crease is where I had an ileostomy done. Those other two puncture holes are where I had tubes in and out. Where that line is towards the bottom, there's a line. That is as well where I had a tube in there. Tubes were there for drainage, and Ileostomy was there as because my colon was sewed. My colon was closed, so I had to poop in a bag.
How would you describe the current condition of your skin?
Horrible. I have no confidence at all in my abdomen.
I'm going to show you finally what's been marked as State's Exhibit 49.
So they had to, part of her colon was damaged, cut a piece of it out, and then sew it back together. So they had to rest it. So they had to make a bag for the outside. They hooked it up to her small intestine, and her poop went to the bag on the outside. So it wouldn't go through her large intestine, her colon, so it would heal and go back together. And then later they went back and rerouted everything. This poor woman has been through hell and back.
What are we looking at here?
That is my left side, and as well the indentation all the way down, that is another skin graft for where I got an infection from the shooting. I ended up septic. And then that hole that's right there is a GJ tube. That is where, yes, that is the GJ tube, and that is where I was receiving food for about 4 months.
4 months?
That was where they were feeding her through a
What, if
tube
anything,
right into her stomach and her
You have
small
to be now
intestine.
aware because of these injuries to your core, your abdomen.
I wear a full girdle. It tightens my abdomen to where I'm able to hold. Due to the extensive surgeries that I've had, I have no abdominal muscle. I do have still stitching from the inside, where I can't lift anything 10 pounds. I have to lift 10 pounds or less, and I can do so much force, because if not, I will end up herniating. And due to that, no surgeon, no doctor will have any surgical procedure on my abdomen area, because skin and it's probably fatal.
And who's responsible for all of this?
Billy, when he shot me.
That also means no more kids. She needed a C-section. She can't have one.
Do you know how many surgeries that you've had during the course of this time?
Yes, I'm aware about more than 20 some procedures, maybe even more than 30.
She was in health care.
Procedures because of this?
Because of this, yes.
She can't lift anymore.
I was told by my doctors that at the beginning of me being in the hospital, I was going 2 times out of the day sometimes for surgery.
For surgery. And you said that you can't have a surgery because of the skin graft. What did you mean by that?
The way the doctors explained to me is that just cutting the skin, that skin doesn't regenerate. Does it? It's not as ardent. It's
So is it safe to say that Mr. Delgado left you in a fragile state?
yes, he did.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Erica.
Good afternoon.
Erica, the prosecutor started by showing you a video that I tendered to them about the incident.
Yes.
Okay. You had time to review that with the prosecutor? prosecutor?
Yes, I did.
You made some statements like in the video that you just rather die. What was that? What was that about?
It was a figure of speech. I did not want to go to jail.
Okay. You said the reason you were going to San Antonio was because you put hands on Billy?
Yes, our neighbor had called the police and for disturbance. Side,
And did you plead guilty in that case?
no.
Did you plead guilty in that case?
I did a
Yeah,
judification.
but in order for you to get on probation, you have to plead guilty.
I'm going to object, Your Honor. No reproach.
No contest.
Yes, Your Honor. That's a misstatement of the law.
Well, this,
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the jury also sustain the objection. There is a plea that can be taken called a no contest plea where you do not admit guilt, but you plead no contest to the charges, or you plead guilty. Either way, the court can place you on deferred adjudication. If she knows what she did, you can ask her.
yes.
Not sure if she does.
Do you know what type of plea you entered?
The judification, they told me that it was going to be considered as a guilty plea, but like another second chance.
I'll tell you that basically the judge is not going to find you guilty. After you finish your term of probation, you will not be found guilty, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But when you went in front of the judge, they asked you how you plead. What did you say?
I don't recall because it was through Zoom, and I really don't recall.
Okay, but you do admit on, using your words, putting hands on Billy,
Yes, I do.
not assaulting him, right?
No,
You didn't assault him, you just put hands on him.
I was defending myself.
Okay. Just like on the video, the prosecutor asked you, how were you touching him? And you said like this. You just stretched out your arm like that.
No, I smacked my hand.
You smacked your hand.
I smacked.
So did
I
you
didn't
put-
place my hand out.
You smacked him.
Exactly.
Is that putting hands on him?
Yes.
Is that what you call putting hands?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Have you done that more than 2 times?
We both have.
I'm asking you, have you done that to him more than 2 times?
Yes.
How many times?
I cannot recall.
You cannot recall? More than 10?
I can't recall exactly a number
Okay. Have you ever had an incident with your brothers?
with my brothers.
Yeah.
There was
Where-
one case, yes.
There was one case?
There was one case, but it,
I'm going to object, Your Honor, to relevance, Judge.
It's under the family violence, Judge. It's a brother.
Your Honor, he's changing the focus and shifting to a different person. We're talking about the dynamic of the dating relationship, Judge.
Judge, it's my way of cross-examination. How can you be
Okay,
confident?
I'll overrule the objection. You can inquire.
Okay, so did you also put hands on your brother?
yes.
Where, did the police show up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what happened to you?
I got arrested.
So, at least twice that I know of, one with your brother and one with Billy, you've been arrested for assault, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other times for assault?
For assault, this last time in the video.
Okay, so that was 3 times?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, at least 3 times you've used your hands, right?
Yes.
To defend yourself?
Yes.
You keep talking about your girls, that you wanted to be with them, but, I mean, have you ever taken actions inconsistent with that, where you're trying to take care of them?
I do take care of my daughters.
But when someone's driving and you're smacking the other person that's driving, how is that taking care of your daughters?
I understand my actions are not reasonable, and yes, but I did lose my... I was in a state of mind of where I did not want to go to jail. Okay?
Have you ever done something else where your daughters were in the vehicle It wasn't probably the proper thing to be doing?
Yes.
When was that?
I got arrested for D, it's the DUI.
And your kids were in the car?
My oldest daughter was in the car.
Under 15?
Yes, she was under 15.
So that's a felony?
I am not aware with the law and exactly what is a felony and a misdemeanor. I'm sorry.
You already have a court date for that, right?
Yes.
And that's something you shouldn't be doing with your daughter if you really love your daughters, right?
I understand.
Understand that?
Yes.
Ma'am, you got separated back in 2023 or was it 24?
23.
23. And while you were on, you said your deferred adjudication, there was an order placed that you shouldn't make any contact with the victim.
The victim himself wanted me to live with him, and he had spoken to the probation officer, and the probation officer explained to him, and he said that no, he wanted me to live there and that we were going to work things out.
And you did not work it out because you separated, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So according to you, Billy always wanted to be with you. It came to a point in times where you just said it's done. One of you two said it's done and you separated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And where were you living at that time?
I always had to be the one to leave. He would never leave the house. So I always had to pack myself and pack my girls' clothes. Sometimes I wasn't always allowed to leave with my girls' clothes. So I would pack my car and I would leave. Living in San Antonio, I didn't have much family in San Antonio. I had an uncle in San Antonio, and I had only his family in San Antonio. So sometimes I would go to his aunt's house or I would go to his mom's house, but usually I would always have to drive back. Didn't matter the time. I've driven before 2-3 o'clock in the morning because I had to leave. And I'd be driving from San Antonio to Laredo.
And there's been times where you've been driving at 2 or 3 in the morning and you drop him off miles away from his house, right?
No,
No?
I dropped him off at his house one time because he didn't like the fact that I didn't want to answer a phone call. And he told me to take him back home. And I told him I was not his Uber, that I would leave him right here at the gas station. And I did. I dropped him off at the gas station, and that was it.
You're not his Uber? Is that
No.
what you said? That's pretty cold of you to be doing that in the middle of the night.
He's a
Don't you agree?
30-some-year-old. No, it's not.
Can't make comments.
I'm gonna object, Your Honors, as to argumentative.
Yeah, thank you.
Overruled.
I mean,
Overruled.
you're putting someone's life at risk.
That
I
I
mean,
dropped him off at a gas.
Objection, that's a speculation, Your Honor.
No.
Overruled.
Don't you think that's putting somebody at risk? Just dropping
I
them
didn't
off
drop
at the
him
gas
off at
station.
2-3 in the morning.
Don't
If
you
I
think
recall that day that I dropped him off, it was
somebody
9:40,
put him
and
at
I know
risk?
for a fact because I called his mom right after to let her know what had happened, and she said, leave him there,
Is that in San Antonio or here in Laredo?
here in Laredo.
Okay. And how many times did you do that?
One time.
Just one time?
Mhm.
Even though we've heard testimony, there was more than one time.
I don't recall any of those other times.
You didn't kick him out of the house at that hour of the night?
At what
I'm gonna
time?
object, Your Honor, to relevance, Judge.
Overruled.
I don't know what time I kicked him out
Okay,
the
so
house.
You're saying you never did?
Out of my home?
When you're separated, you're living alone, did you have Billy come over? Did you
No.
pick him up and take him over there, or somebody dropped him off and then you got in an argument and you kicked him out?
Yes. I'd pick him up, he'd come over, he's supposed to use my vehicle to go look for a job, and he didn't.
Okay, and then why, if you didn't find out your day, why did it take so long in the morning to get him out?
Because he was just arguing with me, and I told him the door's right there. If you don't want to be here, the door is right there. You can leave. And he would leave.
You did not offer to give him a ride at all?
No, I'm not. I have to go to work the next day.
Ma'am, I saw you as you walked in, you're able to walk, you're able to function normally. Uh,
Oh my God.
Are you working at this time?
Oh
Been,
my
but
God.
I have not been approved for
There's
disability.
something that you can't do, type?
I don't have energy. I don't process
Oh
food
my
like anybody
God.
else.
So you
Oh my
just
God.
lack
Oh,
energy.
I gotta pause. Oh my God. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh my God. Oh my God. He did not. He did not. He did not just go there. Okay. My inner circle, you guys know why I'm so pissed right now. I have fibromyalgia. I can't work. Do you know what reaction I would have if someone said that to me? I'd be in contempt right now if I was her. I had to pause it because I had to say something and I couldn't listen to that and have this meltdown at the same time. I've got a sticker on my car window that says not all illnesses are visible ones because I cannot count. I can't even count on one hand how many. I can't even count on both hands how many times someone has said that to me. It's ridiculous. You cannot look at somebody and say, you look perfectly normal. No. Follow me around for a week. Not even a week. 3 days. Oh my God. Oh my God. I cannot believe that man just said that.
Energy, I have PTSD, I have trauma. I'm unable to drive due to the PTSD that I have.
So you're at home most of the time?
I'm at home right now. Yes,
And you're telling us that you're not gonna be, you're not
I
gonna,
have. I don't know when I'll be able to work. My doctors at this time have told me I am unable to work.
have they told you that at a point in time you'll be able to work?
They don't know.
They don't know either.
They don't know. They tell me they don't have a time.
So there's a possibility that you will be able to work. We all hope that you do get better and you're able to have a normal life, okay?
Thank you.
All right. When you were separated, you were working at the time, right?
Yes.
And what kind of job did you have?
I was an alternate administrator for a agency. At the time of the shooting, those were my 2 jobs.
Okay, before the time of the shooting, what else did you, what kind of job were you having?
I was a waitress.
At what place?
I'm gonna object, Your Honor, as to relevance, Judge.
Judge, it's taking her a few seconds to answer. I just want to know what the answer is. Where is she a waitress at? What bar?
Your Honor, it's not relevant, Judge.
All right, I'll sustain the objection.
Okay, were, other than just being waitressing at that place, were you doing something different? Like where you had to perform or anything?
Objection,
no.
as may we approach, Your Honor?
I'll sustain.
Perform in what bar?
I'm also gonna ask the court to advise to not, this is the second time you do that today. The court's been asking questions against the court's orders.
I asked a different question, so.
I didn't recall ordering anything in that regard, but, yeah, don't, let's abide by the motions in limine, if you would, Mr. Vega. Let's proceed.
Okay. Erica, okay, so you had a different type of job, and then you were working as administrative assistant, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, since that last job you had, and the after the incident, there's been no more, you've been out for a whole year, so you haven't really started looking for a job, right now you can't, right?
No.
Okay. And who's taking care of your daughter since you can't take care of her?
I'm taking care of them.
But that requires a lot of energy to chase
Well,
girls.
no, I have an 11-year-old and a 5-year-old,
Right.
and they are aware of my condition, and my daughters are well-rounded, and they understand that I can cook for them, I can, you know, be around them and watch them.
Okay, so you're able to take care of your daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Great. While you were contemplating divorce, I mean, there was no orders in place to keep Billy away from his daughter, right?
I never kept him away from his daughter. I tried to co-parent the best way that I could.
All right, and
Had her on the day
you know there was
shot
an
her,
order put in
jackass.
place, so he can't see his daughter.
Bye, Flash.
Those were his decisions to shoot me. That was placed because of what he did.
Did he do anything to his daughter?
That I'm aware of, no.
Okay, so why would they want to keep him away from his daughter?
No object as to relevance, Your Honor,
Overruled.
and that's speculation as well, Judge.
Why would they want to keep him away from his daughter?
I don't know. That wouldn't be a question for me.
Is that more of an action of hatred? Like
To
try to
who?
get him back for him?
Objection
Some
to
conscience when the protective order was placed.
Do you agree to remove it so he could see his daughter?
No.
Okay, so why not?
He is somebody that is willing to put his daughter in harm's.
He didn't put his daughter in harm.
He did.
How?
By shooting me while his daughter was upstairs. Her dad did.
Who told her that? You? Your mom?
She says it.
Who?
She said it. She heard the gunshots.
Right. She didn't see anything happen. She was never placed in harm's way. Was she?
To me, she was.
She used it was, okay, and that was the reason you used to basically just terminate his rights with his daughter.
That was his choice.
And you're saying that's just not, just a child of
That was his
retaliation and
choice.
hatred, isn't it?
No.
Objection, Your Honor, asked and answered, and also argumentative, Judge.
All right. I'll overrule the objection. You can answer, ma'am, if you know.
No, I believe they were his choices that caused this.
Judge, that's all the questions I have with this witness.
Redirect.
Yes, Your Honor, brief redirect.
I'm not mad at you, Flash.
Mr. Vega, normally. I'm showing you State's Exhibit 51 again. How is your life normal now?
My life isn't normal. I do not eat meals like everybody else. I eat very small meals. I'm not allowed to eat any fast food whatsoever. My digestive system is so complex that it scares me all the time because I do not know if I'm going to burst my intestine. I don't know if I ate too much. I don't know if I ate too little. I'm unable to sometimes store energy. Just the simple food that I eat, from the energy of having to process the food, I get tired. Simply tired, exhausted. You could see it in my face. My blood pressure runs low. I'm pale. I feel like I pass out.
Are you on medications at this time?
Yes, I am on medication.
How many medications are you?
At the moment, I am on 4 medications that I take, which are all due to, one is for my abdomen. The other 2 are for the anxiety, and the depression that I have. And then I take one for whenever I have nausea. If I throw up too much, I can burst my incisions that I have on the inside, which would cause leakage in my abdomen and having to go to the hospital again.
Or she could just rupture everything and die.
Do you take any medications for pain?
I don't. I choose not to take medication for pain because it makes me really drowsy. So I don't take medication for pain, nor do I take any medication for my nerves, my nerve pain.
So how do you feel right now?
I'm in pain. I'm in pain when I walk. As I'm sitting down right now, my back is hurting really bad. I can walk, but I only walk for a certain amount of time. I have a double fracture in my right foot. A bone not healing. It's hold its place.
How did you get that on your-
When Billy shot me and when I crashed.
Now, you mentioned that you due to PTSD. Why can't you drive?
App is still open. Two, it's all the anxiety and the PTSD that I have. I kind of sometimes lose track. I'll certain things, loud noises, bangs, honking, or if I see another vehicle and I feel like they're gonna hit me, I start panicking and I just freeze. I don't do anything.
Did you have PTSD prior to the date of June 1st, 2024?
No, prior to June 1st, I lived a very freely, carefree life. I really never believed anything bad would happen.
Do you want to be normal?
I would like to. I would not like to feel like I'm crawling on my skin all the time. The anxiety that I have is, it's not a body experience. I don't have control over myself. I don't have control on the way I can feel. And it absolutely feels horrible due to the fact that I never had to feel this before. Never had to feel it. I never had to feel having to look over my shoulder all the time.
Why do you feel like you have to look over your shoulder all the time?
Because I don't trust anybody. I don't trust nobody that's around me all the time.
And why is that?
Because I trusted somebody and I trusted that they would not do something like this, and they ended up doing it. And the one person that stated that they loved me ended up being the one to do this.
And who was that?
Billy.
Pass the witness.
Ma'am, you mentioned that Billy may have had a problem with alcohol, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that all the abuse that you gave him might have led to that?
No, he was already,
Did he get treatment for it?
that I'm aware of, he did go and get some treatment for it.
And I know there was an incident where you might have a habit, I don't know, but did you ever get treatment?
No.
No. Okay. That's all I have, Judge.
Your Honor, we have nothing further. We just want to admit state's demonstrative 3, just for the record.
No objection. Submitted.
And nothing further for this witness, Your Honor.
Okay, subject to recall, either side.
Yes, subject to recall for
I'm the
punishment.
defense attorney, and I'm not too happy with the
Alright.
judge right
Ma'am,
now either.
you've been released for the first phase of the trial, so you're welcome to leave or stay in the courtroom, whatever you want to do, but you'll be on call in the event we reach the second stage.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You can step down and do what you want to do as far as staying or going. All right, the state's next witness.
This time, Your Honor, state arrest.
All right, Mr. Vega?
Yes, Your Honor. Can I get a minute to gather my people?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the state has rested its case in chief on the first phase of the trial, so at this time, I'm going to give you a little early recess, take 15 minutes, and then we will resume with the defense. Court, would everyone rise for the jury, 15-minute recess.
All right to the jury.
I cannot believe that just happened. And I apologize to anybody that is here for the first time or first few times or whatever and doesn't know me. Um whew, I did not expect that to trigger me like it did. I got so mad I cried. Dang. That was not only, I mean, that wasn't just victim shaming. It was victim shaming, big time victim shaming. But just the fact that he even said that. We don't do that here, Flash. We always answer questions. You can come in last 5 minutes of the stream and I'll tell you everything that happened. But this woman is very, very lucky to be alive. Very, very lucky to be alive. And to say to her, well, you look fine. Why can't you work? Oh my God. He has no idea. No idea. The challenges this woman is going to have for the rest of her life. I did what for you? Tell you everything about Karen Reed? This poor woman, she is going. I am not even going to acknowledge that. Flash. I was okay with him taking shots at her about being arrested for the DUI and the assault because it sounds like it was mutual. So that's fine. Take pot shots at her about that. But, well, you look okay. Why can't you work? Oh my God. I was in a chat one time where it was a chat. I don't remember whose chat it was, but it was a chat where we asked questions and got answers. And I asked a question and somebody was like, didn't you see the thumbnail or something like that? And I was like, no, I didn't. We ask each other questions in this chat and get answers. Who are you? Was like, don't come in a chat on the first day and then start yelling at the regulars about asking questions. That's not how this works here. We don't do that here. I don't remember whose chat I was in, but aggravates me. Like the other night, the day Hogan died. Man, last week sucked. I found out that Belle was sick. Ozzy died, Hulk died, and Malcolm Jamal Warner died. And they made me wait all dang day for surgery on Monday. They told me to be there at 6. I was like, oh, cool. I'm first case. I'll be home at least by 12. I'll still be able to stream. They will me in at surgery at 5 o'clock p.m. I was there at 6 a.m. They will me in at 5 p.m. So Thursday night, I've not been doing Biggin every night because I've been watching Disney World stuff just because I miss Disney so dang bad. So I go to Biggin stream. The first thing I see is somebody disagreeing with Biggin, and they're not doing it. It's not like a conversation. They're not doing it respectfully. It's not a discussion. It's a, well, I hate to disagree with you, but what if this happened? What if that happened? That doesn't work. This doesn't, like, it wasn't friendly. And I was like, you know what, guys? Biggin is the nicest guy. I know you remember it. Like, Biggin is the nicest guy on the internet. If you don't agree with him, go someplace else and quit being assholes about it. So then I get a DM from Wiggles. Are you okay, Chica? Not okay. I'm not okay. Hulk Hogan died and my dog is sick. I am not okay. So then I apologize, and immediately Maiko decides to put the link to my channel in chat. I'm like, oh great. Yeah, let's everybody jump over to Karen's chat. Let's everybody go sub to Karen's channel. I'm here bitching at everybody. But I don't like it when people go into chats and then tell the creator they don't like something they do. Or they argue with them. If you have a different opinion, you can discuss that with the creator without being rude about it. I don't even remember what they were talking about, but it was coming across so rude. And Biggin is so sweet. Yes, I love it when Judy calls people crackheads. But I don't believe in being unnecessarily mean. We're all human, and we've all got a computer, and the people that are streamers, we're not celebrities. We're just people that have computers and the time to sit here and do what we do. And we're just like you guys. There's no need to come in here and be mean and act like we know everything just because we're able to sit here and do this. I don't know squat. All I know medical stuff. But you don't have to be mean. If you don't agree with me, don't watch my channel. It's as simple as that. Another thing I hate is when people are like, I don't like the way you do things or say things or whatever. I'm not going to watch this channel anymore. It's not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. Just leave. I don't know what it is, Wiggle. It's your humor, I think.
Okay, please be seated in the courtroom. Members of the jury, we took a recess. The state had rested its case in chief, and I'll ask the defense to proceed at this time.
Yes, Your Honor. Judge, I'm going to waive my opening. I have reserved.
Yes, sir.
Waive it. I'm going to call my first witness.
Go ahead.
I'm going to call Mr. Billy Delgado, Judge.
All right. Mr. Delgado, you want to come up to the witness stand?
Is this trial going to be done today?
on this
What
evidence
the
in the
fudge
testimony
is
given
he
in
gonna
cause will be
say?
the truth, so help you God. And your lawyers advise you on your constitutional
Lord,
privilege not to
what's
testify, and understanding that you agreed to waive that and testify for this jury. That's-
Yeah, I used to think Flash was a girl too. Don't feel bad,
Come on, try to
Biggles.
speak
You're
up
not
so
the
everybody
first
can hear
person
you,
I've
sir.
misgendered.
Mr. Vega, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Sir, can you please state your name for the record?
Billy Delgado.
Mr. Delgado, how old are you?
I'm 35 years old.
Okay, sir. And where are you from?
I'm from Laredo, Texas.
Okay, and you lived in other places?
Yes, sir.
Where?
I lived in Arlington, Texas, and Mansfield, Texas, and Laredo, Texas, and San Antonio, Texas.
Okay, you were born here in Laredo?
Yes.
And what's your mom's?
My mom's name is Maria Concepcion Delgado.
And your dad's?
My stepdad is Luis Delgado, and my real dad is William Bloom.
Your biological dad is William Bloom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your mom's maiden name?
And Maria Johnson.
Okay. You went to
I went to United High School.
United High School? Okay. Where else after that?
I went to South Texas Vocational Institute. I became a combination welder.
When was that, sir?
In 2016, I started school. In 2017, I finished and graduated in trade school as a combo welder.
And you were how old at that time?
I was about 27 years old, sir.
Okay. And before you became a welder, were you working here?
Yes, I was working in a staffing agency as a forklift driver.
Girls do eat right.
You have another child from another relationship, right?
Yes, I do.
And what's the name of that child?
My son is 11 years old, and his name is Israel Delgado, and he lives in Fort Worth with his mother.
Okay. And you said you had lived in that Dallas area, the Fort Worth area. Is that where you met the mom?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how long were you with her?
I was with her for about 5 years.
Okay. And then you separated?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you still see your son?
Yes, I see him on the summers. I get him for a whole month, and I see him when he doesn't have school for the most part.
You have a good relationship with both the mom and the son?
Yes, I do.
Object to relevance, Your Honor.
Okay, so your best to try to raise your son? Okay. And after you left the Dallas area, you came back to Laredo?
I moved to San Antonio, and I started going to trade school, sir.
Okay. And then you moved back to Laredo?
When I finished trade school, I moved to Mansfield, Texas, to start working in the industry as a welder.
All right. And where does it?
I was living. Miss Torres had DM'd me, and we linked up, and she went to go live with me in Arlington, Texas.
Okay. I always thought you guys met, reunited here, but so after she messaged you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how long did you live in Arlington with?
Say about a year at the most, if that.
Okay.
Yes, we did. We had arguments here and there, but she threw a weight at me and missed one day, and that's when we decided to split up. But then we talked about it. And
Incident there where she got physical?
in Dallas, yes.
Okay. And then you moved back to?
We went to San. We lived with my family for a little bit, and we go for the most part during COVID.
Okay. I believe those testimonies, she said that you guys were in San Antonio, right?
Yes, we were in San Antonio.
How long?
Less than a year.
Less than a year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you live in an apartment?
Yes, we had a condo in Alamo Heights.
Okay. And did you have any incidents there?
Yes, that's where I charges for the assault on the first time she did it.
I guess she went to court, took care of that case, right?
She went to court, took care of it, and we were still living together at the time, yes, sir.
And what did she do in that incident? How did she hit you?
We were arguing because we had a 2-story condo and both my daughters were playing upstairs. I consider my stepdaughter my daughter. Both my daughters were playing upstairs. They were playing beauty school, and they came down, and Miss Torres snapped and dragged the older one by her hair up 2 flights of stairs. And when I told her, like, maybe you could have handled that different, she said for me not to tell her how to raise her daughter.
Sorry, guys. It said I lost audio, so I'm going to share it again. And I'm going to turn off my camera because it's starting to glitch.
And that's how the fight started. And she started coming towards me, and I was like, Erica, stop. And that's when she hit me a couple of times. And that's when the neighbors called the cops.
Okay. You didn't call the cops?
I didn't call the cops, no, sir.
Okay. I know that we brought it up. You were sitting here next to me during the voir dire. That was one of the questions, and I'm going to ask you, somebody already threw a weight at your head, and somebody already assaulted you. I mean, why'd you stay with her after those 2 times?
I mean, for the most part, as a man, you're raised to to deal with those kind of things,
Okay.
and just be a man about it. So I decided to be a man about it and be there for my family, what I had at the time.
Okay. So after you said about, what was it, a year in San Antonio?
Yes, sir.
You moved
Yes.
back to Laredo?
Yes.
And that was during COVID?
Yes, sir.
Okay, there was not much going on during that time, right?
No, sir.
I think she said you weren't working at all, you didn't have a job.
No, I was getting unemployment.
Okay, so you were receiving some type of funds?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did any incidents happen after that?
We had gotten in an argument one time at the house, and I was trying to get out of the house, and when I was trying to get away from her, a cologne bottle had fallen on the floor, and she stepped on it, cut her foot, so that gave me a chance to open the door, and I was able to get in my vehicle and skirt off before she got to open the passenger door and continue the abuse.
Okay. And any other times that you recollect?
The time in the vehicle.
The time of the vehicle?
Yes, and after the time in the vehicle, one more time, that was it.
That you remember?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There was other incidents when the police were called, right?
Yes, sir.
And those aren't the times that you're mentioning right now?
No.
Okay, so there were other times?
Yes, there were other times that the cops in San Antonio, before that, they had proof, because I was bleeding from the side of the head, so they had to arrest her. Because they took, I gave them permission to take photos.
Okay. I'm not sure, Mr. Delgado, but you said you were bleeding, right?
Yes, sir.
Because I have some photos, but are these the photos that I have from that incident?
I believe, no, those were the photos that my 2 aunts, I was at home, we were at home here, we had a condo in Del Mar, and she was hitting me, and all of a sudden somebody rings the doorbell, and out of the blue, 2 of my aunts came to visit, and they're able to, Miss Erica calmed down, and I went upstairs real quick and I changed my shirt because it was all torn and everything, because I didn't want my family to know what was going on at home. And so at that point, my aunts came in, they said hi to the babies and everything, and when they left is when I saw my opportunity to go outside and let them know and show them what was going on, and that's when they decided to take pictures of it, because I had never told them that Miss Erica was like that.
Okay. I mean, they knew that you argue a lot, right?
Yeah, they knew that we argued, but I would never tell anybody of the times that she would put her hands on me.
Okay. And a lot of these were they just scratches and slaps, or were they serious?
There were scratches, slaps, and punches, all a mix of everything.
Okay. Did you ever brandish a weapon and
Never.
try to shoot her?
No, sir.
Okay.
Except for, I mean,
Well, we saw the video.
yes, sir.
Right. Okay. And we'll get to that. Okay, Mr. Delgado?
Yes, sir.
But, I mean, we have a way after assault, after assault, after assault, after assault. You know, you could have lost your cool in between any of those assaults and shot her, right?
Yes, sir, but I wasn't raised to hit women.
Okay. Or you could have punched her out.
Yes, easily, but I don't put my hands on women.
Okay. So when did you purchase this weapon?
The weapon that I purchased was after July of 2023, when the incident happened. I pressed charges, and one of her brothers had just gotten out of prison, so I was kind of concerned for my safety.
Okay. Did anybody make threats against you?
It's happened before to where I've been threatened by her mother and her brother, yes.
Okay. So you felt the need to purchase a weapon?
Yes, sir.
And when was that?
That was in not too, maybe I would, if I can recall, it'd be August of 2023.
All right, it's around that time, you're not certain?
Around the time after I pressed charges, yes, sir.
Were you assaulted after that day?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, you have a weapon, you're being assaulted. I mean, you could have gone crazy and shot her, right? You
Yeah,
didn't do
he's
that.
not asking him. Isn't that kind of weird? Your family took pictures of your injuries? Isn't that weird? Why would they do that? Why would they take pictures of your injuries?
Didn't know, sir.
All right. So you've already purchased a weapon. You felt the need to have purchased it because of the threats, but you're not using the weapon, right?
No, sir.
Okay. And you said you have one daughter with Erica, right?
Yes, I have a 5-year-old with Erica, and I have a 11-year-old with Megan Lee Bagwell.
Okay. But you love your daughter?
Yes, I love her. I'll do anything to protect her.
Okay. And you've heard the testimony about the lifetime protective order, and the people have tried to get you to sign documents so you don't have rights to your daughter.
Yes, sir. When they put the lifetime protective order, I didn't even have anybody to represent me in the courtroom.
Okay. Do you want to see your daughter again?
Yes, sir.
Do you love her?
Yes, I adore her with everything.
Do you want to be able to take care of her and raise her?
I would love that.
All right, sir. Now, we're talking about a point in time here, and everybody saw the video. I don't think we needed that. Do we need that test done, Billy, with gun residue on your hands to determine who shot?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, so the whole issue here, Mr. Delgado, is whether, why did you shoot Erica Torres, okay? So let me ask you a few questions regarding that, okay?
Yes, sir.
Well, let me back a little bit. Your stepdaughter,
Yes.
were there any allegations concerning abuse with her?
Yes, there was.
And what about
Can I
her?
object to relevance, Your Honor? This is about the stepdaughter. correct?
It goes to our defense judge.
Well, I think it was already discussed to some extent, so I'm not overruling the objection. Go ahead.
Okay. She has a stepdaughter, right? I mean,
Yes.
she has a daughter, your stepdaughter.
Yes.
Okay. Was there ever an incident of abuse?
Yes.
And what happened according to you?
We were living in San Antonio, and Mrs. Torres' family came to visit, and the next day my stepdaughter had what it looked like somebody had hit her in the lip, and she had like a bruise on her neck, and it happened to be Hickey, sir.
Okay. And how did you determine what happened? Or?
Well, we asked, well, Miss Torres, of course, because I'm not her father, so I'm not allowed to handle those kind of situations. Miss Torres called her father, and they handled that between them.
Object to hearsay, Judge.
Okay, you were present when this happened?
I was present when this happened, yes.
Okay, so they handled the situation.
Repeat what anybody else said, but you're welcome to tell us what you saw or didn't.
Okay, so don't repeat what somebody said, just what you saw, okay?
Yes, sir.
So they handled the situation how?
From what I know, they put her youngest sister in counseling, from what I know.
Okay, so the younger, Erica's younger sister was the perpetrator in that case.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we move forward. You already have that in your mind, right?
Yes, sir.
There's already been an incident where there was hickeys and by the younger sister, according to you.
Yes, sir.
That's already logged in your brain. Okay, then we move forward now. And take us back to your apartment to the day of the shooting.
Well, the night before, my daughter was taking a shower, and I had asked my roommate Sharon to just watch her real quick while I went outside to smoke a cigarette. And when I came back inside, I went into the bathroom, and I really didn't say anything. I just wanted to peek on her because my daughter was really quiet, and usually she's jumping around in the shower, splashing and stuff. So I kind of peeked in the shower, and she was what looked like she was playing with the vaginal area of a Barbie.
Okay, and that concern you?
Yes. I kind of I reacted in a sense to where I kind of, what are you doing? Yelled, got loud a little bit. And the Barbie went flying out of her hand, so I calmed down and I let her finish taking her a bath, and I took her to the room, changed her, put a cartoon on for she can, calm down because she was crying. And after that is when I started asking her, where did she learn to touch a Barbie in those areas?
And the response?
Her response was she kind of just tried to change the subject. She tried to just, my daughter's very smart, little girl. She just kind of changed the subject, and so I started asking her, I started with my family. I started asking her who has been touching. She had to have learned from touching the Barbie. Where did she learn that from? I started naming family members of mine because my daughter's always bouncing around with my family and Ms. Torres' family. And I started with my family, started going down the list of people, asking her, was it this person who touched you? She started saying, no, Daddy, it wasn't that person. And I went down the list. She said, no. And then I went over to Ms. Torres' family. I started going down the list of people. And when I got to Mr. Louis Torres' name is when she kind of started crying and held me and told me that that it was him that touches her titi.
Okay. And who is Louis Torres?
Erica's brother.
Okay. Is he the one that's been in prison?
Yes.
Do you know what for?
No.
Okay. So their family knows what it means to have a family member in prison.
Yes, sir.
What it feels like.
Yes, sir.
Okay, in your mind, so you already have the previous abuse, stepdaughter, and now you have this of your daughter.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so take us, what happened the rest of the night?
Well, I was thinking how I can approach Ms. Torres, because every time I approach Ms. Torres, she tells me that I'm acting like some sort of investigator or something in her terms. Because 2 weeks prior to that happening, she had came to drop off my daughter, and my daughter had a big knot on her head, and she said that it happened at school. And when I told her that I was going to go to school and get the incident report, she freaked out and said, oh, you're always acting like an investigator. Why do you have to do that? And I never got the paperwork from the school. So I figured if she's been abusing me this whole time, that she was abusing my daughter as well.
Okay. So now we have a family member that has access, and you have, Erica was giving him access to your daughter, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so that night, did you do anything else or just go to bed?
I put my daughter to bed and I got as much rest as I could thinking about how I was going to approach Miss Torres.
Okay. So now you're placed in a position where you're separated. She's got friends in high places, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, she already told you that you're not going to be able to do anything to her because she has a friend here at this courthouse.
No, she said, it doesn't matter what I do or how I do it, that she's never gonna lose because of her aunt, Becky Palomo, is a judge and she can get away basically with anything, in other words.
That's what Erica told you.
Yes,
Whether she can do it or not is up to somebody else, not her.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, but that's what she told you.
yes, sir.
All right. So you have all these thoughts in your head. There's no way out because you're not going to get help here, according to you, right?
Yes, I've pressed charges multiple times. I did the report in the vehicle. She got seriously bodily injury, 2 counts of child endangerment, and nothing ever happened to her.
Okay. Anything else?
As in what?
Okay. So you have all these. All these things are going around in your head, right? All the previous abuse and stuff like that. You're not able to get a whole lot of sleep that night, right?
Yes, sir.
So what happens in the morning?
So the following day, we wake up. I made my daughter pancakes as well for my roommate. I made breakfast, and I was thinking about how I was gonna approach it. So I decided I would call Miss Torres. And so when I called her and I told her I needed to talk to her, something was going on with my daughter, she says, "Oh, there's always something going around with my daughter. That's why I never give it to you, because you're always investigating her," and hung up the phone. Or she said, "I'm on my way," and she hung up the phone.
Did she threaten you by, you're never going to see your daughter again?
Yes, and somewhere in there where she says, "This is why I never let you have the baby," and I figured that she's never going to let me see the baby again, especially if I tell her that
Okay.
her brother was fondling with my daughter.
So at this point, your whole world is crashing in. I mean, you got an abuse on your daughter. You have no way to help her.
Yes, sir.
Your daughter away. You're not going to be able to see her. What was the objections? I didn't hear it.
Bleeding.
Okay. So what do you have in your mind going into this?
Well, after I told her that and she hung up the phone, I guess she wasn't too far, and I snapped. It's when I completely lost. I figure I lost my temper. I blacked out, and I unloaded my weapon on Miss Torres.
Okay. But you have, I mean, you're trying to defend your daughter from being sexually assaulted, right?
Yes, sir.
But dude, we saw the video. You didn't wait for her to stop, get out of the car, and have a conversation with you. You just opened fire on her.
Okay. Is that what you're doing?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I didn't know what was going to happen to her if I let her go with her mother, because her mother's an abusive woman, and what if she would have done something to my daughter
Okay.
for telling me that what happens at her home?
What if you'd had a conversation with her?
And this weapon, it wasn't an illegal weapon, right?
No, sir. I don't have a prior record. I have a DWI in 2011. That's about it. That's why I was able to own a weapon.
Okay. You don't have a felony. You've never been convicted of a felony in this state or any other state.
I've only been convicted.
Have you been convicted of a felony in this state or any other state?
No, sir. I've only been convicted once in 2011 for a DWI.
Okay. And how old were you?
I was 22 if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. And, okay, so you're able to carry a weapon, you're able to have a weapon, is that
Yes,
correct?
sir.
All right. And you weren't committing any illegal act when this shooting took place, right?
No, sir.
How about the shooting itself was
And
illegal?
you already told us that you were protecting your daughter from a sexual assault, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what you thought you were doing.
I didn't know what would happen. What else? I mean, Miss Torres after I pressed charges in 2023, kept me away from her. Even on her birthday, I wasn't able to speak to her that year or see her.
Okay.
I haven't seen my daughter for her birthday since 2023. 2022 was the last time I saw my daughter for her birthday.
Okay. Erica's not the one sexually abusing your daughter, right?
No, she's
Okay.
physically abuses my daughter.
Right, but she's the one in control of your daughter.
Yes, sir.
Objection to leading, Judge.
Is she the one in control of your daughter?
Objection to leading.
Yes, sir.
Over.
And so is she given access to anybody else?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and is one of those persons Louis?
Yes, sir. They used to live together, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Louis Torres, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in order to protect your daughter, I mean, you have to do something, right? To get from daughter getting to Louis.
The last thing I would have ever thought is nobody deserves to be shot. Nobody deserves to be shot.
Right.
Trust me, I regret it every day. I wish it would never happen. But it happened.
Go ahead.
But it happened, sir. And I felt like I was left with no choice.
Was that your way in protecting your daughter?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, you've been through a lot, so you thought this was reasonable, an unreasonable attempt to defend your daughter?
Like, I didn't think it was reasonable to shoot anybody, but that's what happened.
Well, that's the only option you had
That's
at the time,
what
right?
happened.
But, yes, sir.
Distancing
Okay. So
language.
at that time, it was reasonable. Was that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Did you catch that? Distancing language. That's what happened. Not, that's what I did. Not, I shot her. I put an end to it. I intervened. Not an I statement. Not, I did it. That's what happened. Distancing language. That's what happened. It just happened? No, it didn't just happen. You did it. You shot her. You pulled the trigger. And two wrongs don't make a right.
They made it seem, Billy, like after the shooting took place, that the car stopped. You just kind of walked toward the car and then went up. Is there something else that you wanted to do?
No, sir. I like I said, during those few seconds of that happening, I was in a complete rage and was blacked out.
But I mean, you've been slapped, had weights thrown at you, kicked. I mean, you've been abused all this time, and you didn't break into a rage.
I guess from everything that I've had, all those times bottled in, never doing anything at those times in moment, bottling in and bottling in and bottling everything in, and then finally finding out that something's happening to my daughter, I completely lost it, sir.
Okay. You said when the car approached, I mean, Mr. Delgado, if you wanted to kill her, I would think you would let the car stop, hey, roll down your window, and then shoot her and kill
Objection, Your
her.
Honor. Opposing counsel is testifying.
Was that what?
Sustained.
Okay. Wouldn't that be, what would be an easier way if you wanted to kill her?
I wouldn't want to kill her, but I guess if you would say an easier way to kill somebody would be to let them get off the vehicle.
Okay. Or stop the vehicle, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that was never your intent, right?
No, sir.
My
Your mind-
intent was not to
I
kill
was
her.
I was shooting towards. I guess I was shooting towards her vehicle in her direction. Yes, sir.
Oh, I wasn't shooting at her. I was shooting
And-
toward her.
You had, I think, they saw a total of, did you have the gun in a box? Or how did you have your gun?
I always carry it's small enough to carry in my pocket. So after I bought it, since as long as it's concealed, I'm allowed to carry it anywhere and it fits in my pocket. I always carry it in my pocket.
Okay. And I don't think we saw the video, but I think I saw it, where you basically disappear before the police come down. Where did you go? After the shooting, where did you go?
I was on the, I believe my mother had called me and I was on the phone with her.
Okay, did you ever go upstairs?
I went upstairs to put the pistol and the 2 magazines on the chair because I didn't know how the police were going to respond when they got there.
You didn't want to have any problems with the police.
No, sir.
In fact, you followed their instructions.
Yes, sir.
You got on your knees, we all saw it on video, right?
Yes,
He
sir.
handcuffed you. You didn't want anybody else getting hurt.
No, sir.
Okay. You already told us you're very remorseful for what happened.
Yes, sir. I wish it would never happen.
Do you think, Billy, if you wouldn't have heard that your daughter was abused, and if you've never been assaulted so many times before, that this incident would have happened?
No, sir.
Your Honor, can I have just 1 second, please? A couple of seconds here. Okay, you didn't do anything to provoke Erica, and then you responded with a shot, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I already asked you whether you were committing any criminal violations at the time. You weren't.
No, sir.
Okay. Judge, that's all I have. My client.
Thank you, Your Honor. If I could just have a moment.
Yes, sir.
He's a better actor than Amber Heard. He was able to cry.
Good afternoon, Mr. Delgado.
Good afternoon.
So we just heard a lot from you. So let's start off by saying this. You realize you're on trial, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You agree you shot Erica?
Yes.
All right. You would agree that you caused serious bodily injury to Erica?
Yes.
You would agree you used a deadly weapon?
Yes.
All right. At this time, Your Honor, we're going to play State's Exhibit 4. Mr. Delgado, you ambushed Erica that day, right?
No, sir. I was,
No, it's a yes or no question. You ambushed Erica that day.
no.
Did you let her know that you were going to shoot her when she arrived? Yes or no?
I didn't even know I was in the shooter when she arrived.
Okay. Yet, you didn't warn her, right? So you surprised her by shooting her 10 times that day?
No, sir.
It's on video, Mr. Delgado.
I did shoot her 10 times that day, but I didn't shoot her planning that I was going to shoot her.
Mr. Delgado, you're waiting for her. You called her to come over.
I called her to come over, but when I snapped when she told me what she told me on the phone, what happened in between me hanging up the phone and after what she said to the time that I shot her, I was in rage mode.
You believe this enraged mode is some form of excuse?
No, I'm not giving no excuses, sir.
So then you were conscious of what you were doing?
For those split seconds, I wasn't.
So is it an excuse or not? Because you're saying you were enraged.
I don't know what you consider an excuse.
You intentionally called Erica over.
But
Yes, correct?
But that's not what you said. You said, if I considered it an excuse, I don't know what you
Well-
consider an excuse, sir.
Mr. Delgado, let me break it down for you. You called Erica Torres over the date of June 1st, 2024 to your apartment, correct?
Yes.
You told her, get here now, correct?
No.
You told her, come over to the apartment.
No.
What did you tell her?
I told her that I needed to come to the house because I needed to speak with her, and that's when she made those remarks as in, this is why I never give you the baby.
Okay,
So yes, I guess you would say I did tell her to come to the house,
thank you.
but
Now,
not intending to shoot her.
objection, Your Honor, non-responsive. Now, when she's coming over, you met Erica with bullets, correct? Shooting at her? You would agree with that?
I don't understand that. I don't understand what you mean
When
by
Erica
met her
arrived-
with bullets.
When Erica arrived, you immediately started shooting at her, correct?
As according to the video, yes.
Okay. Yeah, at this time, we're going to publish State's Exhibit 5. Mr. Delgado, you're walking up to Erica's Kia Soul there, correct?
In the video, yes.
Because you were walking up to her to kill her, correct?
No.
You were walking up to finish the job?
No. I don't know what was going through my head at the time. But it does look like on the video that I was approaching her vehicle.
Well, it wasn't to check on her, right?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No, like I said, I was blacked out at the time from so much rage. But yes, it does look like I'm approaching her vehicle.
So you say you blacked out. When did you come to?
I guess I would say as soon as I was walking up the stairs to put my pistol back on the chair.
And when did you say that you blacked out?
When she told me what she told me on the phone and we hung up. And she hung up.
Okay. And was this before you were, because you heard Ms. Estrada testify, so you blacked out after you were at peace making pancakes that morning? Happily making pancakes?
No, my daughter was inside playing with Miss Estrada in her room, the sorry game, and that's when I told her I was gonna go outside, and I went outside and made a phone call. She doesn't even know about the phone call. I was outside when that phone call was made.
Okay, but you testified earlier that the night before your daughter told you about this, right?
Yes,
And you testified that you went through a list, right? That you started with your family,
yes,
and then you went to Erica's family?
yes.
You realized that you, well, how many people did you rattle off? How many names did you rattle off to your daughter asking her?
I don't recall. I just went through everybody.
Everybody?
On my side, everybody. On her side, about 3 or 4 people.
And you said that your daughter at some point just finally cried and said, yes, Dad, this happened.
No, not at some point. When I brought up his name, she was coherent and listening to the names that were coming out of my mouth and telling me yes or no.
Okay. Mr. Delgado, you saw Investigator Vaquera testify earlier here today, correct?
Yes, but I don't recall who Mr. Vaquera looks like.
Okay. Well, do you know that children are supposed to be interviewed by a trained specialist? Yes or no?
No.
You know?
I don't know how that process works.
Okay. Well, children are interviewed because they are highly susceptible to being influenced when someone asks them constant questions. And you were asking your daughter constant questions. You would agree with that, correct?
I only asked her one question, sir.
You just said you listed off a bunch of names until she finally said
That's not
yes.
asking her questions. I asked her one question and then I started giving her names.
I'm going to object to non-responsive, Your Honor. You gave her a bunch of names, correct? And
After.
I don't object, it's been asked and answered, I don't know where he's going with this.
Your Honor, because he's under oath and he's saying that he didn't ask her a bunch of questions, but he's asking her, did so-and-so, did so-and-so, did
I'll
so-and-so.
overrule the objection, go ahead.
Welcome back, Wiggle.
You realize each time that you ask her a person's name, that is a question, correct?
Well, I guess if that's what you're saying, yes. I asked her one question and I started stating names.
Okay.
You were
But yes,
asking her-
if I'm asking her,
That's a
was it this
question.
person, I guess you would consider that a question.
And yet you somehow landed on Uncle Louie, right?
Yes, after I listed a bunch of people, yes.
Okay. Now, after this video was taken, you got arrested, right?
Yes, you know this, they told you that.
Yes, we're just doing this for the questioning. Thank you, Mr. Delgado. Now, when you got said, who's Blas Bloom? You said, go outside. She's my grandma, first police captain of Laredo.
I never said, I don't recall saying go look at the pictures.
It's in evidence.
But
Mr.
if it
Delgado.
is in there, I guess, yes, I said a lot of things that day.
In fact, you use that. You tried to use that as leverage, correct, with Erica?
No, sir,
You would always tell her, I know LPD?
never,
You never told her that.
never,
So you wouldn't use the fact that your grandmother was an LPD and that you knew the police?
never. My grandma has not been a part of my life for a really long time, sir.
Then
She's-
why
but-
would you
but she-
say that
I
Blas
don't know,
Bloom's your grandma?
I just stated it just to state it, sir.
Did you state it so that they would take off the cuffs and let you go that
I
day?
would never think they would do something like that, sir. That would be ridiculous to even think that.
Well, I guess you were thinking ridiculous that day.
I don't see how, but if you say so.
Now, you said that you stayed in this relationship because you're a real man, right? A real
Along
man.
those lines.
You said a real man deals with this?
I said a real man deals with what he has to deal with, and yes.
So a real man shoots his wife while she doesn't suspect it? Is that what a real man does? Because that's what you did there.
No, sir.
So you're not a real man.
I would say I degraded myself that day.
You said you weren't raised to hit women, right?
Never.
Were you raised to shoot women?
Neither.
You said you love your daughter?
I adore her with everything. I'll do anything for her to protect her.
Did you think that when you went upstairs that day that Emmy was going to be proud of you for killing her mommy?
I don't know what you mean by that.
I'm asking you. Did you if you love your daughter, did you think that you were going to go back upstairs to your apartment that day and that Emmy was going to be proud of you for killing her mommy?
I didn't think I was gonna go upstairs and explain to my daughter anything.
Did you believe that Emmy was going to be happy that you shot her mom?
No.
So, it's that you regret what you did that day, is that correct?
Yes, I ask God for forgiveness, and hopefully one day Miss Erica can forgive me.
Did you regret this the moment you did it?
Yes, right after that.
Right after that?
I would say it was thought. It was in my head that I should have done that.
So you regretted it from the moment you shot her? Even though you were smirking there at LPD, laughing about it, acting like if you just threw out the trash?
No, that was how I felt towards the cop because he was getting smart with me, so I got smart with him.
Mr. Delgado, you've been in Webb County multiple times, correct? Webb County Jail?
Not multiple. This is my first time.
2 times, correct?
For this incident, yes.
Okay, you were arrested initially after this incident?
The day of, yes.
Yes, and then you turned yourself in, correct? The second time?
The second time I turned, yeah, I bonded out with no restrictions, and then.
Object to this line of questioning.
I'm going to establish the foundation right now, Your Honor. Yeah. All right. You use the jail phone calls? You use the phones in the jail, correct?
Yeah, I did.
Excuse me?
I did.
You did? All right. I'm going to tender what's marked as State's Exhibit 52. First, let me show it to you. While you're at the jail, when you use these automated systems, they say that they record, right?
Yes.
They say that this call is subject to recording.
Yes.
It is an automated machine,
Yes, sir.
and by pressing and taking part in the conversation, you consent to that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you use the jail phones, correct?
Yes,
You
sir.
use it voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your Honor, I'm going to move to admit this.
I can't tell which phone call that is by just a USB.
It serves purpose, Your Honor, due to his regret and remorsefulness.
Yeah.
And we've tendered this already to
What is
defense.
the objection?
Which number is it?
It's going to be State's Exhibit 52.
Do I have 52? Is it labeled 52? Can I hear it before they play it, Judge?
Well, can you identify what you tendered to him? Is it numbered in some way, shape, or form?
It's in some form of USB, Judge. We've tendered him all the jail calls of the defendant.
Yeah, but what label is that? What number is it? Like, which is a DVD 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9?
It should be 8.
It's in the defense's possession, Your Honor.
So what's the objection, Mr. Baker?
I have none, Judge. I just wanted to make sure that I had it.
All right,
Because
you may proceed, it's admitted.
Permission to publish State's Exhibit 52, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you. Please remain on the line. Hold for acceptance. Several charges for your call have been accepted. They're not?
object, you can't hear what's being said?
It gets higher, Your Honor.
Do they have a transcription of it?
Your Honor, I could ask him if he's able to identify the voice in the call.
Well, but not, it's not only that, Judge, the objection is that you're gonna hear.
They're hiring the volume there. You go
Is
carefully.
there a way to get the volume up?
Right.
Yes. It's gonna get higher.
All right, let's see what happens. I'll overrule the objection.
That's why you need to be talking. I did. That's all your medicine. I mean, okay. So you take medication? I take medication? No. Okay. Alright. I thought you did. Baby, necesitas que ayudarte a ti mismo, baby. ¿Entiendes? No, mi hijo, necesitas que ayudarte a ti mismo. No te mortifiques, Erika, y si Erika necesita ayuda. Y fíjate de ti que tú tienes que ayudarte. No te quieres ayudar. Las cosas van a ser más.
Who are you talking to in this phone call?
It sounds like my mother.
Well, I mean, looking in your right mind would do what you did, son. So how that's the issue. Okay, but you know what? And so you can speak to me and realize. I know you're saying that, Debbie. I know, son. But you're not understanding that this was not a slap in the face. And this is when we told our children as growing up to think that we cannot protect people. That you're going to regret. There's only so much we can teach you, and there's only so much you can make. How about that?
So Delgado, you said you regret what you did that day immediately?
I said that today.
No, I asked you earlier. I said, did you regret it immediately after you did it? And you said, yes, I did. Correct?
Yes, I thought I did, yes.
Okay, this phone call is dated from June 6th, after the date took place on June 1st. And, play it again, please.
I heard it. That day I did say I did not regret it. I was upset.
And we cannot protect people. If you're going to regret, there's only so much we can teach you, and there's only so much you can make. How about that?
I believe you said you don't regret a motherfucking thing you did. How about that, correct?
Yes, sir, I did say that day. I was still upset.
Objection to non-responsive. Now,
Your Honor, he's gotta let him answer the question. I don't object to any interruption.
pass the witness.
I have no further questions, Judge.
Okay, sir, you step down and have a seat next to your attorney, please. Next one is please.
Judge, I'm gonna call Vanessa Torres. Do I need to get her myself, Judge?
I think somebody will get him.
Sure, Wiggles, go right ahead.
Your Honor, may we approach?
I had to step away for a minute. What's going on? Is he done? What, Shadow?
Raise your right hand for me. You do solemnly swear the evidence in the testimony to give in this cause will be the true self you got. Seat right over here.
Look, more witnesses after him. Morning, why does Travis need to eat? Why do I have to feed my husband?
Ma'am, can you, can you please give us your name?
Vanessa Flores.
Ms. Vanessa Flores, how are you related to Billy?
He's my nephew.
Okay, and that would make him your brother's or sister's son?
He's my sister's son.
Okay, and the name of your sister?
Maria Delgado.
Okay, you're from from Laredo?
I lived in Laredo for 18 years, and then now I live in San Antonio.
So after graduating high school, you left?
Yes.
Okay, and you've lived in San Antonio ever since?
Yes.
And what do you do up there?
I'm a digital product manager at USAA.
Okay, you work there at the campus there on I-10?
Yes, for 20 years.
20 years. Okay. Well, my son-in-law works there too. I'll talk to you about it afterwards. All right, and you've been gainfully employed for 20 years there?
Yes, sir.
And you, we're talking here about Billy and Erica. I mean, what have you done to try to help them out?
I was there many times after some of their disagreements when the cops were called to their place. It happened a few times between, the time that they were together and lived in San Antonio.
Well, let's are you talking a few times here in Laredo or a few times in San Antonio?
In San Antonio.
All right, so let's take one at a time, please.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could separate them. What incident happened, or?
The one that I could remember, there's a couple, but one of the disagreements that they had called the cops, and I would usually get a phone call either from Billy or Erica or my sister, if my sister was not in town, asking me to come over. The cops were there. So this one time I got a call, and I headed over there to their apartment. I got there, the cops were already there. Billy was outside, Erica was inside the apartment with the girls, and they were questioning Billy because he had marks on his body, and they were asking if he wanted to press charges.
Did he?
At first he said no repeatedly, and at the end he said, okay, I will. You could visibly see the marks, so I feel like the cops kept asking, and he finally said yes.
Okay, and you were present for that?
I was.
Okay, please only testify to what you saw or you were present to, okay?
Yes.
Okay, that was one of the incidents?
Yes, that was one of the incidents. That was the night she got arrested.
Okay. Did you take care of the children?
I did. I ended up taking Emmy and Bella with me, because Billy and Erica had just had a disagreement and they were both a little worked up. And Erica was going to jail and Billy was going to stay behind. So I told him, let me take the girls, give you some time. And I just got clothes for Bella because she was in school, and just so that I could make sure to get her to school in the morning.
Okay. And is there another incident that you were present for?
There is another one that I showed up to the apartment. This one, nobody got arrested. I ended up taking Billy home with me that night to give them some time. The cop thought it would be best to give them time because they had just had a disagreement as well.
And the police were there at that one?
Police were there.
Okay. And that's in San Antonio. Anything in Laredo that you were present for?
No.
All right. How do you describe your relationship?
Toxic, unhealthy.
Did you ever advise Billy what to do?
I did.
What was that?
I felt like, and really it was only when they had their disagreements, I told him that I thought it was best that they go their separate ways because they were not a good match. I felt like she brought out the worst in him, or I just saw another side of Billy that I hadn't seen before.
Okay.
So,
Wait.
for the sake of the girls.
Right. You know what he's accused of, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is Billy that type of person to shoot up people?
No.
But he did?
Does he love his daughter?
I'm sorry?
Does he love his daughter, Amy?
Oh, absolutely.
Or both of them, actually?
Absolutely.
And his son?
Yes.
And those are the only two incidents that come to your mind in San Antonio, right?
Correct.
All right. Judge, that's all I have with this witness.
Justified what he did. He did what he
Good
did.
afternoon, Ms. Flores.
Good afternoon.
Ms. Flores, you weren't there that day that Erica got shot, correct?
I was not, sir. I was in San Antonio.
Okay. Have you seen the video
Which video?
of Billy shooting Erica?
No, I have not.
Do you know that Billy shot her 10 times?
No, I did not.
Do you know that he called her over and ambushed her and just shot her as soon as she arrived?
I mean, I've read the newspaper. I've seen the news.
And you said that they were not right for each other, correct?
Correct. Well, that's my opinion.
That's fine. You just testified to it, right? Would you agree with me that no person, no woman deserves to be shot 10 times, regardless of any situation?
No person.
Pass the witness, Your Honor.
I have no further questions, Judge.
Okay, not subject to recall, ma'am. You're excused. You can stay in the courtroom or you can leave. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, I'm going to call Connie Delgado.
Well, the character witness is up there you want. You saw him do it. Just say it. There was no imminent danger to his daughter. I understand his defense, and it might be a legit defense, but there was no imminent danger to his daughter at the time.
Delgado, did you come up here and raise your right hand?
Therefore, it
You do
was
solemnly swear
not,
the evidence in the testimony given
it's
the
not
cause
an
of the truth.
affirmative defense.
Sit right over here, please.
She just crossed
Mr. Delgado, can you please
herself
give
on
us your
the
full name?
stand.
María Concepción Delgado.
Maria, is this your son sitting next to me?
Yes, sir.
And how many children do you have?
3 boys.
3 boys? Have you ever had an incident like this happen in your family?
No, sir.
Okay, what's the age of your oldest boy?
Billy, 35.
Billy's the oldest?
That's my oldest.
Okay, and the second, who's the middle one?
Luis Delgado, 28.
Okay, and after that?
Enrique Delgado, 21.
And what does Enrique do?
Enrique is a third-year college student at Texas A&M in College Station.
Okay, and the middle one?
That's the little
Or
one.
the middle one, the one in
The middle one is a graduate from, I'm sorry. He's a graduate from Trinity
The university, is that in San Antonio?
in San Antonio.
Okay, so you have potentially you have one college graduate, one's about to graduate, right?
Yes, sir.
And Billy's the oldest.
And Billy's the oldest.
Why didn't Billy go to college like the rest of them? You
Why
know?
didn't he go to college like the rest? I didn't go to college and I'm a very successful woman.
Okay, so Billy didn't feel like he had to go to school?
He tried it. I tried it. He did. He has he's got a welding degree.
Okay. But you don't have these types of incidents happening in your family, right? Your boys have not been in prison or anything?
None of my boys have been to prison, sir.
That doesn't matter.
Ma'am, they played a jail phone call where Billy's arguing with you and things like that. Is that common that Billy does?
Billy changed after Erica came into his life. His whole persona changed.
He was a different person?
Very different.
Okay. Like what changed?
We noticed the distance in him. She would tell him not to listen to us. Your parents rule your life. Your parents do everything. Stop listening to them. Put things in his head like that.
Okay. Will you ever, go ahead.
I believe she carries herself like that with her family, and that's what we noticed that was coming out of our son.
All right, there were several incidents that happened that I think you were present or came in after.
Could that be because you're an adult now and you shouldn't go running to mommy for every little thing?
They
You know, in laws are the number one cause of divorce.
occurred, the assaults, right?
I'm sorry?
Would you ever present after an assault had taken place between Billy and Erica?
Always.
How many times?
Oh, almost every other week.
Okay, and what would happen?
They would argue. My son would end up getting physically assaulted, and we would have to remove her from the house. My sister would take her home.
You talking about incidents in Laredo or San Antonio?
San Antonio.
Okay. Any incidents here in Laredo that you were there?
That I was present? No. That I came to live with my son because of an incident that they had on the highway while he was taking her to one of the domestic violence abuses.
No, I was wrong. That's the second reason. Infidelity is the first reason. In-laws is the second reason.
Court cases she has in San Antonio because she had revoked it with the DWI. So he was taking her there one early morning after she was very hungover from the night before.
Okay. Did you give your son any advice about this marriage? You should leave her or stay with her?
All the time, to her as well. You need to leave my son. You're gonna hurt him. He's gonna hurt you. This is gonna get out of hand. She never understood. She continued dragging him on with her.
Okay. If she said that it was him that was following her around, was that true?
No, sir.
It was her?
She moved to Laredo after a domestic violence that they had in San Antonio, and she persuaded him to move to Laredo and follow her, move out of her father's house. I got my son a townhome, a lease with her on the lease agreement. They lived there. She moved in with him. She wanted him in Laredo.
Okay, and after the lease agreement ended, or they separated?
We kicked her out because she physically abused my son again in Laredo, and that was about all I could handle.
So she's had more than one arrest or more than one incident in Laredo?
Of her own, yes, she's got a domestic violence abuse that we put charges against her and sat on the DA's desk for over a year and nothing ever happened.
Okay, you do know what happened in this, that Billy, according to the evidence, the video, that he shot at, not that Erica was shot 10 times, but he shot at Erica 10 times. Is that something that you ever thought your son would do?
No,
That's not within his character?
no,
Does he go out assaulting people, physically abusing people?
no. Erica made him very aggressive. Changed his whole persona, like I said, changed his whole character. And she was a very aggressive, or I don't know if she still is, woman.
Judge, that's all I have of this witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Mr. Delgado.
Good afternoon, sir.
You would agree with me that you love Billy, right?
I love all my boys, yes.
You spoke to Billy that morning, the day before he shot Erica. Or sorry, you spoke to Billy that morning that he shot Erica, right?
Yes, sir.
In fact, he called you before he shot Erica.
No,
Correct?
sir, not before. During, I believe.
He called you during?
I believe I was on the phone when it happened.
And you begged him, right, not to do anything?
No, I didn't know what he was going to do. I never begged my son not to do anything.
You told him, don't do anything, right?
No, I did not. I said, son, what are you talking about? And he said, Mom, my daughter opened up to me and said that Louis sexually abused me. And she finally opened up, Mom. And I said, and what do you mean by opened up? Mom, Louis did something to her. We need to take it to court. We need to figure out what we're going to do. He stayed quiet, didn't say another word. And then I heard what I heard, which were gunshots on the other side.
So you never told him, son, there's no possible way. I know Emmy. I have her 10 days out of the month. She would have told me something. This is not possible, son. Are you testifying here today?
I told him Emmy would have told me. Emmy would have told me if something happened to her. I've asked her before because Emmy comes to my house every time her mom gives her to me with a dirty underwear with mucus on her underwear, and I'm curious as to what that mucus is under her underwear. Why her underwear is green and yellow every time. And I cannot get a word out of Billy. How did you get it of her? She was in the tub, Mom, playing with the dolls. I caught her. And I left it alone. And at night when I lay down with her, she confessed to me and told me what Louis had done.
Would it surprise you if everything you just testified to is not what you told the police that day?
I wrote a statement. I don't recall what I wrote on the statement, but imagine what kind of stress I was in.
Yes, in your recorded interview, you never mentioned the tub.
I might have not mentioned every detail, sir.
In your recorded interview, you're actually telling the officers that you were telling Billy that there's no way this could be true, correct?
Yes. There's no way this could be true. What do you mean? Why didn't Emmy open up to me?
In your recorded...
I raced Emmy.
I'm gonna object.
Yes.
Let's move on. In your recorded interview, you told Billy, don't do anything. There's no way this could be true, correct?
Yeah. Don't do anything could mean anything.
You tried to stop him from doing anything, correct?
I had no idea what he was going to do, but whatever my son was going to do, I said, Mijito, just stop. Whatever it is that I wrote down on my statement that I don't recall.
In fact, he told you, oh yeah, watch this, and then you told the officers you heard pom, 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 you heard the bangs.
No, he said, yeah, just watch, Mom. And then I heard nothing, and I heard absolutely nothing. I thought he was grabbing at me so I could speak to her, so she could tell me what happened. And then that's when I heard gunshot.
Before you heard him shoot Erica, correct?
Yes, with no idea that that's what was going to happen.
Would you be surprised to know that in your video, you told officers that you doubt Louis ever touched Emmy?
I wouldn't be surprised
Because you didn't believe Billy, right?
because I didn't believe that something like that could happen to my granddaughter.
Because this is something that Billy made up, right?
No, no, sir. It's not something that Billy made up. It happened to my step granddaughter. She's been abused by one of
Objection, Your
Erica's
Honor.
sister.
Objection, Your Honor, that's not the question.
I'll sustain the objection. Go wait for another question, ma'am.
We'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
No further questions, Judge.
Okay, ma'am, you can step down, not subject to recall either side. Have a seat in the courtroom or you can leave. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Judge, defense rest.
Rebuttal.
2-day trial.
Stay closed, Judge.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you've heard all the evidence in the case. We have to work on the charge, and it's going to take a little while. Then we have to get the final charge prepared, and then I have to read it to you, and then the lawyers get a chance to argue. Then we would ask you to deliberate. Once you begin deliberations, you cannot separate. So rather than put you out after 5 o'clock, what I'm going to do is we're going to get the charge ready, and first thing in the morning when you come, it'll be ready, and I'll read it. Both sides will argue, and we'll ask you to deliberate. The instructions I gave you previously are still very important. The evidence may be closed, but do not discuss the case. Don't let anybody discuss it with you. Don't make any personal investigations, and don't talk about it amongst one another should you get here early in the morning. I'm going to have the lawyers here at 8:30. I would like y'all here at 9 o'clock, everybody at 9 o'clock, so we can go directly into reading that charge. Can't start without everybody. So 9 o'clock in the morning, if you want to get here early for breakfast, you're welcome to do so, but without fail, be here by 9 o'clock. We'll be in recess till then. Would everyone rise for the jury?
All right. What?
On the charge. You got his?
Judge, guy, you forward them a copy, I'll forward them a copy.
Deliberations are at 4 hours and 44 minutes. Bell? Bark at me again. Bark at me again. What do you want? You gotta go potty?
Okay, well, I guess we don't get to watch the charging conference? Or are they doing the charging conference in the morning at 8:30? Well, they're 8:30. We are 9:30. And we have no verdict yet. Well, I guess I guess we're done for the day. But I know, as always, as soon as I turn this off, we'll have a verdict. Okay. I guess we're done for today. And I will keep Court TV up with the deliberation for Ali Washington v. Ali and Ali, and keep your notifications on, and if they come back with a verdict, we will no, if there's a verdict, you're gonna come back and watch it with me, because I will jump back on here and stream the verdict. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me. This has been a wild one, and we will be back tomorrow with closing arguments. So remember, be kind to people, love your family, and Jesus loves you, and so do I. I appreciate every single one of you so much, and I will see you tomorrow for closing arguments on this one, or later today for verdict on the last trial. So behave. Bye, guys.